and welcome back to Factorio. I am SeiferKatt, and today we've got to get a lot of oil because I think we're having some oil problems in a few ways. Either way, the oil problems should be easily sortable. We just need to find a good place for my big oily ship to land, which I kind of wish I didn't just say those words. It sounds kind of gross, but it's also true. I need a place for my big oily ship to land. We'll find a place for it. So, yeah, we should be able to get energy beaming very soon. And I would probably like to... What's going on? Why are my frames bad? I don't know. There's no reason for them to be bad right now. Well, we'll figure that out when we get there, I suppose. I suppose we're there now. Okay, so... I don't think we've got anything scanning at the moment, do we? No? Maybe that's just life now. Maybe that's just life on the streets. Let's see if that helps. This is exactly what you want to have at the start of a stream, just someone going like, how does stream work? Maybe the ship being stuck in space is not helping it? Not sure. Alright, so what we do need to do is manufacture my red circuits just a little bit faster and a little bit better. So my plan on that is just being a better person overall. It's not really a great plan now that I've said it aloud. Well, it is manufacturing them, it's just slow. Okay, so if we maybe put some speed modules in there. Yeah, put some speed modules. We're going to need a lot of speed modules anyway for the oil trip. And we need a lot more... What are they called? We need a lot more accumulators because I was looking at this plant that we're going to go to, and it has an incredibly long day-night cycle. Like, incredibly long. Like, it's just unfathomably long. So we're going to need a lot of them. And that's just what life is sometimes. Why are these slow? What are we lacking? Rock control units, that's... Yeah, there's a few reasons for that. We also need to expand these, I believe. Yeah, see, this is the thing. I thought we had this sorted, but it's clearly not. It's clearly not sorted at all. Maybe some production modules wouldn't go too amiss here. I think that's what we might have to do. Are these? No, I thought they were using like the basic ones, but they're not. Okay, so productivity modules are a go. And we're going to need to grab more of those as well. Okay, that's fine. It's just about getting everything going right now. Don't need those. Definitely don't need those. Alright, so if we can just speed up our green circuits just a little bit, I think that'd be nice. I think I'd appreciate that. Okay, so that does look like everything's going a little bit more productive with the copper. I don't know why copper's short, that is strange. It shouldn't be, but yet it is. Strange. But hopefully upgrading these to blues will change that. That's the hope anyway. You gotta live in hope. So with upgrades of these, I anticipate more copper to be thrown through the base with reckless abandon. But that's all I really want, just some reckless abandon in my life. But I think we're still short on a few things, so... Might not be quite as fast as I wanted it to be. That's alright. Expand these as well. And what I might also do is get a few barrels of rocket fuel made up and hope that they can save their ship. Just start making them now, I suppose. Do we have easy steel available? Not really. Darn it. I really need steel because I just need to get barrels of rocket fuel, which is the least effective way of doing it, of course, but in this economy, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Right. There's gotta be some steel around here somewhere. Here's some steel there. No, we're not anywhere really too close to rocket fuel, which is the part which makes that a little bit more uncomfortable. And we have a bunch of stuff in our inventory that we don't really want at all. Really seems to be the thing that's happening today. Okay, and chuck all those in there. Chuck all those in there. And what? We have none of those. Okay, well, grab some of those. And we're just going to go to this rocket and just throw things in here that I know we'll need. Just throw those in there. The ship will sort itself out with those. If we just chuck these in there like that, everything will sort itself out on the other side. Cool. Now, barrels. Just regular barrels, thanks. And then fill the barrels with rocket fuel. Such a terrible plan. But it's what we've got to do. Because otherwise we're never getting that ship home. Because it's lost in space again. Okay, so all we need to do is get steel in here and we've got a barrel situation. 1, 2, good. And just grab the steel for now. This is far from ideal, but it'll do the job and everything's close by, so that's why I'm doing it this way. Certainly not because I want to. Okay, and 10 barrels would probably give us enough fuel to get home. But we do also need to put the fuel in the barrels. Otherwise, we're not actually doing anything at all. There we go. That fills up the barrels with liquid rocket fuel. And then we get that ship home, and then we should be good again. Unless I've made some more mistakes. Okay, so how are we going with oil? I think oil is looking pretty light over here, isn't it? Yeah, petroleum gas is light. That's fine. So those are just going to keep filling up for now. Those are all manufacturing, they're just slow. And we don't have any of those cool beacons left, do we? We do not. You know what we could do? Here's a probably good idea. Just throw as many stacks of those beacons as we can into space. Because they'll be used. They'll be used up there. So each one of these gives me 500 fuel. Oh, that's not a lot of fuel, actually. Maybe 20 stacks. You know what, let's go ridiculous, 30 stacks. Then we can dump all the barrels into a chest and they'll all get resolved. Or get turned back into steel, and then they go back to space, and so that's fine. Okay, it speeds up production just a tad. Maybe grab some more speed modules. So let's be honest, there's no problem having more speed modules in space. Aside from, I suppose, that does use a lot more of these chips, which I'm actually very concerned about, so I guess there is problems. Yeah, electric chips are still short. Because there are a lot of them are needed for this. Of course they are. So while that belt may be pretty full, problem is it doesn't really do well. So, okay, we extend this. Going to make the spaghetti just a little bit worse, because what else would I do in such a case? Okay, and that should really help out a lot. We'll also make it very obvious the parts where we don't have a lot of stuff, enough stuff coming through. But that's alright. The important part is that more stuff is being made. And maybe more copper will be required, which we can probably do if we just keep going up this way. At this point, more copper is being collected. Is that moving downwards? Maybe. Yeah, that is now pushing more copper through the system. Great. It's what we really needed. Now, sulfuric acid, I remember, is a little bit of a problem child right now. Efficiency is what I cared about back then. Not anymore. Faster, please. I do not care about power. Okay, so that... pushing that through faster. Okay, so then we're almost at a point that we can start figuring out how to get more oil. I like the part of this blueprint where it doesn't actually deal with yellow lines, because we didn't really consider yellow lines were a possibility of something we'd need to worry about. But here we are. I guess I stuck on yellow just a little bit too long on that one as well. Coronal mass ejection in Najord in 45 minutes. Oh, boy, that's coming soon. That's coming much sooner than I'd like to admit. Well, nothing you can do about it. It's going to happen. Being a whiny baby is not going to fix that. You know what? I, for one, look forward to our sun god blessing us with its blessing. I ran out of fancy words there. Okay, so if we come up here, I think this still needs some updating. And petroleum is a problem again. Okay. That's okay, we kind of knew this would be happening. That's why we got to get the oily boy out. The big old oily boy. Okay. And we'll dump those belts so that way we don't carry them into space with us like we normally do. Upgrade those. Upgrade those. I like that we've got some yellows. That's very strange. And perplexing. Petroleum is absolutely short. We knew that was going to be a problem. That's okay. We can fix that problem. Problems you can fix are the best problems. Okay. So next we need... Why did I come over here? I came over here for a very specific requirement. Ah, yes, I wanted to grab inserters. They're not here, but that's what I came over here for. It's the best part of that. It's like, why am I here? Oh, for things that aren't even here. Alright then. Do we need belts? We will need some belts, actually. I'll grab like 100 belts. Oh, sorry, 1,000 belts. And I think let's grab those barrels now as well. They should be full of barrel-y goodness. Okay, and where did I park my plane? Where did I park the mistake? That's where it is. Okay. So the mistake should be full of fuel. It is. Okay, mistake. We need you to go back to the space train. Now the space train should also be wanting to go to the mistake. It is. Thankfully it's not a very long journey. And then when we get there, we've got to hopefully fill it up with fuel and get us back on the road. I think I'll leave the mistake there. We do need to go back to Seren as well, but that's what we're going to take the big, the Lightbringer to do, which is going to be my oil ship. I'm going to collect a lot of oil. A lot. Okay, board the space train. Oops, we flew right past it. It's okay. Now, trick here is we fuel, empty, like that. Wrong sort of thing, I suppose. We do need to power it. Why are we using these power poles? These power poles are daft. We're using the new hotness. Alright, and that can go back to novice orbit. At this rate, we should be able to make it back home. And the mistake can also go to novice orbit. Now that we've saved the ship. Yeah, it's got plenty of fuel. 4,000, like 8,000 fuel is more than enough. And it's not even 8,000, it's 12,000, so, you know, even more. Okay, it's arrived. Fantastic. Let's not do that again, I think. At least not that badly. Because that was pretty atrocious. And the mistake is still coming along. That's alright. Take your time, buddy. One thing I do realize this ship's going to need is a couple of clamps. So, let's grab some clamps. I'm going to require, say, 3 clamps. And we are going to send the ship down to the planet first, just so it can fuel up properly. No, it does need to fuel up properly, because otherwise we may get stuck. And drop those off. Drop those off. Storage tanks, we left storage tanks behind. That's okay, we can build storage tanks here. Not a big deal. That's not what I did, but thank you anyway. Alright. Okay, so let's get all these barrels and chuck them into the recycler. Because I know we've got a barrel recycler around here somewhere. Turns out we're trying to still fill it up with a lot of steel. Pretty funny. Gosh, there's a lot of stuff that really shouldn't be up here, but that's okay. Okay. So with that, I think this chunky boy is good to... No. Not quite good to go yet. Because I believe this ship has a bunch of stuff that it needs. Yeah. And they're taking their sweet time at the moment. What is the delay now? Batteries? Oh, because of the lack of fuel. Okay. So, I think we're just going to go to Novice. Container. Oh, we've got slightly too much containers. Probably because when this got made slightly bigger. Okay. I noticed we're not going anywhere, probably because this fuel's not actually connected. That will be a big trick. It's a bit of a slow ship, but it will make it. Okay, anchor on Novice. Now, where are we putting this bad boy? That's the real question. I mean, honestly, right in here would be perfect. Just get rid of these solar panels, just land it in here. That is the correct place to land it. Unfortunately, that's not a space that we can land it on right now. No. No, we can't. I don't know why I thought we could do that. Other places that would be good to land it would be right here. Actually, right here is not a bad place. Okay. Those need to be in there because we're going to need those. Rocket fuel, there is not a lot of rocket fuel in this line, which kind of makes sense because the rocket fuel doesn't really go that way. Should, but it doesn't. And I would imagine there's probably some pump that makes it not do that. Like, not flow both ways. I didn't move the light box. Ah, I've still forgotten to do it. It's going to get done eventually. You're right, I haven't moved the light box. Okay, so one of these will have 0 fuel in it. And at that point, that's the one. So it'll flow backwards and forwards and be able to fill up this ship. Okay. Grab a stack of those. How you doing, Begop? I hope your day is going well for you. Okay, so there should be some clamps in here. I can't help but notice there is no clamps in here. Is there really no clamps? I specifically requested clamps. Okay. We'll build them on the way, it's fine. On the bus on the way to work. Oh, wonderful. Yay work, right? Okay. So if we... Oops. We don't need to use the expensive pipes at that point. So, kind of fine. Yeah, that's fair enough. That can't quite be right still. That means we've probably got another... Trying to figure out why pump... that's why. Okay. Fuel at this point is just becoming a thing where it's just going wherever the hell it can. Which is reminiscent of how I've done everything else in this game. Factorio in general, I mean. Yeah, so that's filling up now, which is nice. Clamp. We do need to build a clamp now. Heavy girder is the only problem, and for that we just need to get iridium, which... We've got plenty of iridium, so that should be alright. And after that everything should sort of work itself out. Okay. What else did we need for clamps? I keep forgetting. Do that, and now I won't forget. 10 electric motors, 6 airframe scaffolding. Okay. Airframe scaffolding is pretty easy to get. The hardest part of airframe scaffolding is actually seeing it. It's very sneaky looking. There it is. Meow. Meow. Okay. Created just a huge bot hub. Yeah, it's fair enough. Uh, I mean, I figure you got to go to space eventually, otherwise, what are you doing? We go to space now because it is easy because I'm bored. I've got nothing better to do here. Because, I mean, you could just wait around until you're ready to go, but there's so much stuff you can do in space. And when you're in space, I mean, then, you know, all the stuff can be done. Um... Oh yeah, that's clearly going the wrong way. No petroleum should ever be in these tanks by choice. And yeah, that'll unload the petroleum just fine. Okay, so we're gonna put the clamp in. So where is the clamp? I did just build one. No, I'm building it now. You can module everything. That is true, you could module everything. But why? Okay. And now I've spent so much time messing around trying to get all that sorted that I can just do it manually. I was going to like go, oh, okay, we'll do it through the automatic method, but you can always have more things. There'll always be more things available. Oh, crap, we do need another clamp anyway. More big electric motors, more processing units. I forgot you do need 2 clamps. 1 for each side. I don't know how I forget that, but I forget it every time. And the other clamp will be that stuff. I do need another one for destination, however, I've got those in space, I can collect them up there. Okay. Do I want to care about combinators just yet? Not really. I don't think it's needed at this point. We can worry about combinators later. Okay, and this number, I'm pretty sure we haven't used 6 yet, so we'll use 6. We need a constant. Requires copper cabling. Copper cabling. I just kind of like that I shortened that in that way. And I was like, yeah, copper cabling. Nope. Combinator. Okay, and this combinator is going to be for a couple of things. It's going to be for speed of, you know, try and maintain 30, should be fine. And the other thing that I needed for this, and this is the important thing that I needed for this, I've completely forgotten what ships need, what the other part of the combinator says. Are the mistakes still in space? We should probably land that. And that doesn't have a thing for it anyway, so... What does the other thing spaceships have? Docking clamps, yes! Dock using spaceship right clamp, 6. Dock on the other side, 6. No, it's this one. I can't remember now. The same on both sides? It's not. No, that doesn't make sense why it would be that way. I don't know why I thought for a moment there that's how things work. Not how anything works. Oh, we did have clamps. That's fine. It's fine. Okay. Let's go back up to Novice Orbit. Do we need to go to Novice Orbit anymore? I don't think we do. Let's go straight to Siren. Oh, this ship does take a lot of fuel to get into space. We are going to need to make rocket fuel in space then. Probably. About 31,000 per tank at the moment. And you know, it was really great that I did all that work to make this thing have a speed and a clamp, but you've actually got to connect it to something, or it's not going to do anything. It takes about a minute, which is not too bad actually. Yep, we're going to bring back so much oil. So much. What about storage tanks though? We've only got 2 storage tanks. Turning around, turning around. What are we going to do with all that oil if we got no storage tanks for it, huh? What was the plan there? Good news is we should have storage tanks available here. Because I have been building them. Somewhere. I haven't been building them, I've just been thinking about building them. And sometimes thinking about building something is the real fun part. Alright. Well, at least because this ship sort of balanced, I know where it should sit. That's nice. Is there anything else that we can fill up with while we're here? I think it's been a while since we had a resupply from the planet. Oh, no, never mind. It's literally coming now. So it had been a while, but here it comes. Yeah, we'll make some rocket fuel there. I wasn't going to, but I think it's probably for the best now that we do consider making rocket fuel in that planet. Or it's not even a planet, it's a moon. Moons aren't planets. Some people could say I'm being moonist. I don't care. Moonism. It's a dark thing, you know? You don't want to be accused of being a moonist. Oh, that ship's getting ready to go. And we've got huge storage issues here. That's about all we're going to be able to take with us. Not sure about the fuel refineries. We might need more of those. It's probably fine. We've got 20 of them actually, that's fine. Planets are moons. That's a brave statement to make. Are they? I'm pretty sure planets and moons are different things. Moons are certainly planets. I don't know if it goes the other way around. Constant war over in Moon Planet Town. Okay, we're gonna ditch these things that we definitely do not need going to the planet Moon. I like to talk about the planet Moon. It was like a thing in DuckTales, and it was just like, they were very excited about the planet Moon. And everyone was like, the moon's not a planet. And then they would just be angrier about it. DuckTales, the new DuckTales was really good. Like, just was. Can't even explain it. They moon their respective stars. Yeah, but couldn't you also say a star is a moon because it orbits its respective black hole? I mean, isn't everything a moon then? You consider everything as a moon. Alright, we've got our tanks now. We're a little bit short on productivity modules, but that's probably fine. Okay, to Seren, but for reals this time. We want to come back with so much oil, and then we need to do it just repeatedly. It shouldn't be impossible. Power's going to be the big problem in Seren, though. And if we arrive during the night, it's going to be a bit of a nightmare. Which is a, it's an evil horse. You never want to deal with an evil horse. Okay, how are we doing? 1 minute to go. We're halfway there. That's cool. We've got no other ships currently flying anywhere. Any of the frames issues I had at the start are all gone, so I don't know what that was all about. Let's just prepare the things that we're definitely going to need first off. Doesn't orbit the black hole. Oh. I thought the sun was also orbiting something. Well, it clearly orbits Azathoth. You know, the blind idiot god, but we don't talk about Azathoth. No, 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 no. Alright, we have... I mean, aren't we all moons? I like to consider myself to be a moon. I mean, there was that song by Jonathan Colton. That was about, Pluto, I believe. Well, about Pluto and its moon. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put this ship right here. Okay, good news, we have not landed during the night. That means we've got a little bit of time to get shit sorted. Now build on shallow water. Oh, we're building a swamp again. Shoot. Never good. Alright, see you later. Take care. Enjoy your day. If you can. Okay. And then accumulators, which are also very needed. Need a lot of accumulators. Very important that we accumulate. Okay. I think it probably wouldn't be bad to build another set of them as well. Okay, well, we've got the energy beaming. That's exciting. That might be useful later. Not quite ready for it now, but eh, eh. Refined flammables, why not? I would rather like some refined flammables. No more uncouth flammables for me. Okay, so accumulators, we got lots of them coming down now. Oh, we've gone a little bit overboard there. Okay, that should be sufficient. That gives us 5 gigajoules of accumulator. In fact, we're not even done yet. And if that's not sufficient, we'll just place more accumulators. That's all we've got for now. I expect over time some of these to be destroyed by asteroids or meteorites. There's not much I can do about that. Okay. Let's just clear all this out. Just clear as much of it out as possible, just to keep things tidy. Sure, why not? Research is going to continue whether I like it or not. I do vaguely like it. Oh, done again. Just keep working on the ion boosters, I think. We're going to need those at some point soon. Okay, and we've got a bunch of stone in my inventory, and probably some trees as well. Mostly stone, coal, you know, all the usual suspects. Some fish. Didn't really anticipate fish being in there, but, you know, sometimes, you know, things work in mysterious ways. Probably should have had some landfill, but who's to say I can't build landfill, right? Okay. We need to grab the pump jacks. Oh, actually, we need this as well. Boop, there it goes. It's its friend at number 6. Number 6, there we go. So we've got a lot of pump jacks, probably more than we need. Ion engine is complete. Wonderful. We've got a new type of engine used from space to space, which is going to be useful when we start going into stars, which those days are coming. I don't know how quickly they're coming, but they are coming. My new plan just sort of swirl around and maybe it'll work. And it kind of does. I'm actually surprised that did do what I needed it to do. because it was dumb and stupid, but it worked. So the plan here is everything just gets piped in. We will sort out pumps in a moment. There's a lot of oil. And that's what we've come here for. Out of curiosity, how much oil does this produce? We will find that out in a moment. I don't really want to module it just yet, because that's going to take more power, and power may be a premium in this place. Question is, I don't think we have enough pumps. I think we wanted more pumps than what we've got. Well, what we've got though, can't complain about it, because it's what we've got. 25 pumps, that's what we have to work with. So all up, this is going to be producing about 1,000 per second, which is good because that's about how much a pipe can handle. So we'll take that as a good time. And we will start stacking the pumps. Okay, so this is just going to be for oil. That is a lot of room for oil. And we will do it this way. Now we're not going to be using any trains for any of this. It's just going to be all just big chunky pipes. This big chunky pipe should be able to manage what I need. And we need a pylon, just a regular one. And then a pylon substation. Great. So that'll get the oil in. However, I'm a little bit concerned about if that'll work properly. So what we're going to do is, just so that way we can diversify the tanks it uses, because otherwise it'll fill one tank and it'll slowly fill the others. Actually not a bad idea to have it come into another tank as well. Great. And from the other side as well. Oil well. Bit of an oil joke for you there. Hope you enjoyed it. Okay. Okay, so that's going to start loading that filled with oil. It's going to be a little bit slow going, but it will speed up as time goes by. We could even, if we felt like it, do one more, like into here. Oh, and for that we need to use space pipes, because it's now inside a spaceship. And now it doesn't look like fun anymore, so abandoning that plan. Okay, so this pumping speeds are speeding up, which is about what you'd expect. Okay, so that's good. Happy with that so far. The next plan is... well, we apparently are out of explosives. That's a little bit frustrating, but that's what we've got to deal with. Everything is going, that's good. We don't seem to be having any power issues just yet. Okay, the next one is going to be about fueling up, I suppose. Out of curiosity, how much fuel would it take to launch from Seren? I'm going back to Novice. It'll take us most of what we've got. Okay, so we absolutely 100% need to be able to fuel up from this planet. We suspected that would be the case, but now we know. Okay. So we need more tanks, obviously. We do need more land, don't we? You know, we can do that. We can just make some sand here. We've got all the rocks for it. We've got all the rocks for like a couple. Okay. Not as exciting, but it'll do. Yeah, we've got enough for like 3 or 4 units of sand, which is not much. Not sand, landfill. We probably could have been doing a little bit better. Oh, we got a CME in 5 minutes. That's exciting. And scary. Mostly scary. Okay. Oh, no, no, no. Don't fill this with rocket fuel. I do like the idea that the jet engines point directly at the tanks of rocket fuel. If this was a scarier game, that would be a terrible place to have them. But it's not, so it's fine. Okay. So, little bits of issues all over the place there. Mostly to do with the fact that we've got no explosives. I think this trip we're not going to worry too much about. This trip is more about just getting something into the system. So we're going to... Didn't we have space pipes, or did we throw them all away? We don't have any space pipes. Cool. We'll fix that up later. That should still be fine integrity-wise. Oh, no, it's a little high. Okay, just touch one. Okay, it's fine now, I think. Yeah. So now we get some landfill here. We don't have a lot, but it should be enough. And the plan here is that we're going to refine some fuel. We don't have a lot of fuel to refine, but we can refine something. So you need oil refinery, you need fuel refinery, just take them both. Put the sand and the rocks in here as well. It really does consume a lot of it very quickly. The oil refinery, we're going to need water. Ugh. Only one you would get water from. I mean, 2 minutes. Okay, we're going to have to look at that in a moment. So that's always fun. We don't have any offshore pumps. Okay, that's pretty annoying. We really can't leave this planet until we get all this sorted. Okay, is there any copper here? There should be copper on this planet somewhere. There is. But we're just going to have to hit this for some copper. You know it's bad when you go to a planet and you're like, I clearly wasn't prepared. I have to hit some copper now. You know your life has gone wrong when that's the thing you have to do. I've only got enough for an industrial... Wait, do I have electric furnaces? I do. Wonderful. Njord hits in 1 minute. It should be great because I've got no defenses there whatsoever, and nighttime is falling here. That's concerning. Okay, small electric engines, they don't require anything else. They don't require iron, do they? They require iron. Of course they bloody do. Why wouldn't they require iron? Okay. Thankfully this planet was well scouted before I came here. $150 in and I'm hitting rocks again. So embarrassing. Okay, the coronal mass ejection has arrived in Njord. Let's go have a look. Both of those are fairly far away. Could be dangerous, but not too bad. That one is even further away. Geez, if I was worried about the... Oh, stay away. Don't go that way. Please do not destroy the belts. That one's bad. That one could be real dangerous. Please don't do it, Mr. Sun. Please don't destroy another nuclear power plant. Yeah, just go north, that's fine. Just go north, it's okay. No, we don't want to hurt you, we don't want to hurt you. Please, stop. Thank you. Just no, 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 no. I'm just watching a sunbeam. There's nothing. Okay, we're safe. It's we lost some iron production, but that's not a big deal. Okay, the only thing that's really using a lot of power is a bunch of pump jacks. We should be fine. Okay, water pump. They're not called that, they're called offshore pumps. Offshore pumps. Of course, whatever I'm about to do here is going to start using more power, but there's literally nothing I can do about that. Okay, and hopefully this will start to produce a decent amount of oil or fuel. We don't have any water. That makes sense because we don't have any power to the water as of yet. But that's going to be changing right about now. Okay. Now we could just make this really simple, but cracking heavy oil into light oil is just a far better thing to do. Because it gives you a little bit better bang for your buck. And you always want an appropriate amount of bang for your buck. I don't need to tell anyone that. We all know how much bang you want for your buck. It's not judging you, I just know how much bang you like. Okay, now I really wish we had more room for things, but we don't. But we will be sorting that out later. This is just sort of a stopgap measure for the moment. We will be doing this better very soon. Okay, so that's making oil, that's good. And that oil will be making solid rocket fuel. Hey, hey! Now we're talking. And solid rocket fuel, when it gets around to it, should be turned into liquid rocket fuel. Again, when it gets around to it. Oh, and that also does need light oil. I always forget that. Okay, we can put it through this way. And we're not doing anything with that yet because we don't have petroleum. That's alright, petroleum's coming. Then petroleum is a very similar thing. It just needs to be turned into rocket fuel as well. Sorry, solid fuel. Okay, and with that we are making my rocket fuel. Not fast, not well, but it's being made. And as time goes by, like, I mean, yeah, 9 per second. How long is it going to take to get 300,000 at 9 per second? 10 per second? My goodness, we've just gone up by 11%. Anyway, jokes aside, we do need to make that faster. Because otherwise, ain't nothing going to happen. Water? Where's my water? Oh. Okay. Now, if we had cliff explosives, that'd be far better, but we don't have those yet. Alright, but the important thing is that things are being made right now. And is it daytime? Yes, my solar panels are making the power. Good. So when we have a bit more time and landfill and cliff explosives, we'll make this into a much nicer thing, but right now we haven't done that. Now, I don't know how much rocket fuel we'll need to be able to leave this planet and get back safely. 25,000, yeah, 20 per second is just not going to cut it, so can we do another one? No, the problem is actually that we don't have enough of these. So, let's make another one of those. Not rocket science. Well, it is rocket science, actually. I always forget what rocket science is. It's this. Oh, and we do need to have heavy oil being used properly. That's probably not helping doing that wrong. So we just need to get rid of the petroleum now, which, because we've put ourselves in a really stupid place, it's a bit more work than it really should have been, but that's okay. We will rebuild this to be much nicer when we come back. Point of this was just a first expedition to get stuff done, and sure. 23 per second. Look, that is 23 per second. That's a lot of fuel, actually. It doesn't sound like it. 156 gigajoules. Okay. Meanwhile, this thing is just full of crude oil. I would have liked to refine it, but that's not happening today. Actually, can we increase ship tech right now? I think we can. Yeah, we can. Huh. Well, if we can increase our ship tech and get a slightly chunkier boy. Always good to have a slightly chunkier boy. I don't need to tell anyone that, I think we all know. We all don't underestimate the chunkiness of boys. I can put the fish in there, I don't really need the fish. Good news is once this ship actually leaves, it should... this should just keep making rocket fuel indefinitely and then have a lot more rocket fuel coming back. I mean, who knows, this might actually be a sufficient amount of rocket fuel. I really don't think it is, but it might be. Yeah, 10% extra productivity of fuel. I don't want to go overboard with modules, because modules will really harm this place over the night. And again, more modules does mean we get to leave the planet sooner. It's not like the planet needs to be running all the time. So with that, stunning display of ignorance, we ignore everything I just said. We don't have any beacons right now, so speed will do. Possibly 2 speed, 1 productivity here. We're going up to 33 per second. That's great. 33 per second. That'll take no time for 300,000. I'm not going to do the calculations on that, but it's going to take too bloody long. But we're not filling to full. We're just filling to enough. Then we dump off this oil, and then we come back. A lot of oil to dump off, actually. I can't help but wonder if actually. You know what? I was looking at the... If I click this, it gives me the planet. That's cool. What's happening with science? We got to 1%, then we just didn't feel like it anymore? What happened, guys? I can find my science stations. We just don't have any 3s. If I had to assume, I'd say it would probably be lack of data cards. Yeah, data cards not great. Because we have lack of oil. Just realized. Oil is a problem. Do we give it a go now? Look, I see no harm in saving now and just launching the ship and hoping that we make it to Novice. I mean, there's going to be some harm in it, but let's see what happens. We have 7.7k on each of my tanks. Should be alright. And then we're bringing back what? 100, 200, 300, 400, 450,000 crude oil? That's a lot of crude oil. That's going to be very helpful to us. And if we really need it, we can make another one of these. If that's the case, though, we are burning through so much oil. Again, we are becoming a interplanetary civilization. I say we are becoming an interplanetary civilization. It's just me. It's the civilization of one person. Sometimes that's all you need. What are you going to do with more people, honestly? Nothing. I did have more pumps. Gosh, turns out I had a lot more of everything. The wood I need to hold on to. Okay, then when I get to the station, or when I get to Novice, I need to figure out where the hell I'm putting all this oil. Because I don't want this ship to just sit here for hours as it slowly drains through the oil. And Saren has so much oil, it can share. It's fine. Okay. We have returned. And we have vengeance on our minds. Vengeance? Vengeance from what? Vengeance from other vengeances. Okay. See, that's pretty much empty. That's not going to do. It simply will not suffice. Okay, and with that, we should be getting, yeah, a decent amount of oil through. 600, 700. Numbers only getting higher. These tanks are filling up. That's what you like to see. What I like to see. Cliff explosives. We need those. Go get cliff explosives. They were around here somewhere. It's been a long time since I've needed cliff explosives. Just take 60 of them. Okay. So that is slowly emptying these tanks, but not at a rate that pleases me. Yeah, I still want that like that. And what I would like to do, I think, is have another train track. Another train station, rather. That the dealio is that it can... I don't know with this station. Okay, you know what? We're gonna scrap that. Let's scrap all of this, save for the... So we've got a train station there, and I kind of like that train station. If we change the station to be a double carriager, which is the parlance of the day. Well, we just wasted some oil, that's okay. We wasted a small amount of oil, but that is fine. We have a lot of oil available. You know what, let's just ditch it now. I didn't want to do this originally, but now we've gone that far. Let's just pull everything up. We will set those up again because I see no reason not to at least have them back up. I mean, it's free oil, right? I know we've got lots and lots of oil, but I mean, free oil you'd never turn down. And we turn this into an oil pick 2. And oh, how do I want to do this? Like this. Then if these... does not need to be like that. Let's get rid of these old wooden poles, they're not needed. Okay, so then if in those 4, oil is greater than 50. Actually, if it's greater than that, that means it should be able to suck up the oil pretty quickly. I'm not too worried about these ones further out. Just really consuming that oil. I'm actually kind of surprised how much oil has gone out. Petroleum is near full. Yeah, I mean, it just needs a little bit of love and attention and it gets going, doesn't it? Maybe I don't worry about petroleum. Maybe I do just do rocket fuel. Because it seems to make enough petroleum when we've got the crude oil. Maybe we just make the rocket fuel. Maybe we don't even care about that. Maybe we just bring in the crude oil like I originally wanted to. Okay, you know what? That's probably the plan. We're just going to worry about crude. And if we go with a pylon substation, which is way easy to deal with. It'll fill these tanks. Then we're going to need more tracks apparently. It's funny, I very rarely need to worry about train tracks, but there's a few things this would be very helpful for. Because then it'll make the rocket fuel for this base as well. Only one of those. Find it concerning that it's on two sides. Add some lights. Okay. And then that can come in like, gonna be an interesting one. Does it fit? Oh, it does. Okay, so that just brings in the crude, empties the crude. Still trying to dump it though, isn't it? Okay, so if we look at Seren, which we don't have shortcut in any way. Yeah, so we definitely need to improve how much liquid rocket fuel it makes. That is a huge thing that we need to do. As while this planet's great for making oil, I think if we really wanted to go nuts with it, more rocket fuel would possibly turn the station to a different thing entirely, and would be useful for exploring the stars in the future. I think it's a reasonable demand request. Demand is a little bit heavy-handed. I didn't really want to go into demands. Just requests, please. You know what? I'm about to use so many wires I don't want to do what it's about to do. So we're going to start automating this. So we need some deciders. We need another constant. Okay, so this side is going to be the full side. Let's just wire everything up first. That's probably the... Oh. One thing at a time. Seren, you need to be bookmarked. Pin. Seren. Oil. Just Seren. Then we can give it its own icon of oil. There we go. Then okay, that wired everything up. Not quite. Still more wiring to do. And hey, look, it just took the oil. Which is a good place to take oil from because it's a lot closer to the fuel base. Which I understand drinks oil a lot. Got a drinking problem, that base. Non-storage tank. Okay, well, maybe you should. You ever think about that? Hmm? Okay. What I want is not this, not what's happening. Okay. I want these to be filled first, if possible. Okay, I think everything that I care about is wired now. I was originally planning to do something with those. I don't think I'm going to do that anymore. We are going to keep this though. Alright, so. And this also needs to be wired to here, because we need to know where everything is. So, the question is, if it's a 304, which understandably is novice, 304, that's novice. If that's at 304, that's check mark. Then, if oil is... That's the funny thing, it doesn't really drain as much as you'd think it would. Like, it's a bit slow near the end, because it's just doing the dregs. So I would say if it's less than 5,000 output, output tick. It's not called that, is it? What is it called? Check signal. Okay. Which is currently 2,000. Then if rocket fuel, liquid rocket fuel, mind you, is equal check is greater than or equal to 29800. No, that's not enough. That's not going to get it anywhere. That one could have been a crisis if that one had stuck. Okay. Is there anything else I want to see? That it's empty and it's on this planet. Yeah, it seems reasonable. Okay, and then we're going to have a decider that says... Well, first it connects all of these. It says if check equals 3, then output everything. Now, what does everything mean? Well, nothing yet, but it's going to mean launch, and it's also going to mean, the hell is Seren called? Seren is Moon 1148. Okay. And then that will launch. Turn that off for the moment, please. So there should be 3 here now, which there is. And that's going to be a red signal going to here. So that will launch the ship, and then it'll go to the right place. Great. Now, when we are at 1148, so... double check that number, because that number is very important you don't get wrong. 1148, yes. Because otherwise it'll never fire. Okay, so. Now the good news is this one is the same. This one is kind of the opposite. So it's greater than or equal to 1, 2, 3. Oh, heck. Okay, how many of these do we have? I don't know. So that's 8, 9, 18, 19. You know what? We can absolutely fit in a 20th one. I know we can. I believe in myself. If you believe in yourself, you've already won. That's what I believe. We need iron and steel, so before we were trying to consider like bringing back core minerals, but I don't think we need to care about that anymore. So 9, 18, 20, 20 times 25,000 is 500,000. Okay, so this is kind of going to be the opposite problem, that the dregs of this is actually 495000. And I just replaced something that I think I needed. Fine. And this needs to be 1148. Okay, great. Excuse me. And then all these bad boys go into here to make the decision. This also goes into there. And this is going to say, of course, it wants to go to planet 304. 304, great. Output. Oh, output everything. And then we turn that off for the moment. And we turn that into red wire going to there. And then I think I've wired this up correctly. Do the integrity check real quick. Out of curiosity, how are they going for? Wow, they're already out of oil. Okay, we do actually get through 500,000 oil pretty quickly. I didn't anticipate it was going to be quite that quickly, though. That's okay. So, if we turn this on now, sure enough, it's eager to get into space. We're going to leave that one off for the moment. Because we want to make sure that when we get there we can actually load everything up. And since we're made things a bit easier for myself, let's just put some more solar panels in there. So that way the lasers should be able to handle what's going on. Okay, so that's good. Very pleased with that. I want to... Now I'm beginning to start thinking about what's going to be outside space. So we're going to start doing deep space zone discovery. We're going to do 3 of those. Right now we only know of the Sea of Sorrows. We don't know of anything else. Okay, we know oblong globulata. Okay. Now we're just making sounds. It's very heavy methane ice. A little bit of naquilite. Yeah. Is it even close? Is this one even close? It's closer. It's closer. It's not close. But it's not close. Maybe this next one that's about to come up is closer. It's hoping. Razorfield. Razorfield has a high amount of iron and is located where? In the middle of goddamn nowhere. Wonderful. Fuel's actually coming in, which is kind of crazy. Okay, and we've done one more. We'll have a look at that in just a second. I think we're really going to start considering how we feel about Vitamin Lunge, because I think that's where we're going next. Okay, this is cool, but I reckon we can make this a little bit faster by yanking that out. Taking some of those too. Yank out a couple. And put another pump in there, just to try and fill it up a little bit faster from other angles. I mean, it's filling it up pretty quickly anyway, like 1158, 900. I like how I saw 800 and said 900. I don't know what was up with that, but... Good news is this does fill up with 500,000 oil pretty quickly. And I might just put a radar over here, just to keep an eye on things. Maybe just a couple of happy little radars. No sad radars here for me. And if this oil does take a little bit long, we can always just increase oil later as well. With this one still trying to pump in the oil. I could get one more, I think, on the other side. We don't have any space pipes though, so that's... Make it... How hard is it to make space pipes? We need glass and plastic. Not hard. But I also don't know if I care enough. Also, we need underground space pipe, which is 10 space pipes. All of a sudden, the carrying goes down dramatically. Okay, so what is an issue is what's going on here. We clearly do not make enough rocket fuel. Probably should have brought more landfill. That's okay. Thought we would be fine actually for a moment there. But clearly I thought wrong. Alternatively, we could just speed this up and that'll probably make things pretty dramatic. I imagine with each oil load as well, things get a little bit faster. That's... What are we at? Yeah, because none of them are actually at 25. They're all kinda... Wait. Oh, because it's also counting this, because it all counts as the same system right now. Oh, in fact, it's not connected to this one. Now, is happy? No, it's just doing the last little bits. That's the problem. It's the dregs that are the issue. The dregs and just the topping off. That's doing 56. That's doing 29. Do I care about that last 5? Not really. We can make it... So we're losing about 10,000 per route at the moment. But then again, it's not launching this ship anyway because it doesn't have enough rocket fuel. we are going to be fixing right now. See, hang on, didn't I do this before? I did this before, right? Why didn't I just do that again? Like, I was proud of that design. I mean, that's probably a big indication that there might be something wrong with it, but, you know, no need to be mean to me. I can be mean to myself, thank you very much. I always underestimate how many underground pipes are needed when doing these things. You always need way more than you think you do. Alright, we do seem to be having a couple of small problems here for some reason. Oh, because these boys don't want to go anywhere until they're charged. That's typically how this goes. And I want to get rid of the medium power poles because we don't use medium power poles if we can help it anymore. Because we can help it, we can just use these cool substations that we built. And then done, everything's got power. Easy, right? Hell yeah. The easiest, as they say. What's going on? Novice? Yeah, not really caring what's happening on Novice. Novice is fine. Novice just whines a lot. I'm the starting planet. I'm more important. You're not, Novice. Stop fooling people. So mean to Novice. That planet gave us everything, and this is how we repay it, by just ignoring it most of the time. Yeah, well, you know what? Let's just ditch all of this. Alright, so then the plan was, let's go back to Novice and copy this design, which is how we... I don't want to disconnect rolling stock, thank you very much. Why do you think I'd be doing that? I might want to get rid of some of these productivity modules, just because power here is not as stable. Yeah, I know, right? We're all sad about everything going on right now. We don't need those right now. Do need pipes though. We really need to go to space and drop off a bunch of stuff that we don't need. Alright, get those out of here. And then finally, we need fuel refineries, which I actually am pretty sure we do not have anymore. We apparently have a couple of them. Okay, so we need more fuel refineries, clearly. What I've done is also going to make things a little bit harder for me because we ain't making anything anymore. Nice. Okay, so now we just need to get the solid fuel sorted. Well, we are making more rocket fuel now, so it's some improvement at least. Okay, so now heavy oil needs to be cracked. So let's get cracking, as they say. That is what they say. They say let's get cracking. They shouldn't, but they do. And we need water, which can come through from... yeah. Okay, and we need to get rid of petroleum, which... that's going to need a fuel refinery as well. Take that one. Hey, Mighty Panda, how you doing? All the way over there. You're not far. But it's still good to know how you're doing. Okay. Okay, so we haven't really made this quite as well as I wished I had. But it does look like there is somewhat of an improvement. Maybe? Maybe not? Again, it's hard to say for sure. Okay, trees are gone. Oh, I love the Tesla gun for getting rid of trees. So good at it. Should be. Because all the light oil is going into making solid fuel. As that backs up, it should sort itself out a little better. Petroleum is a problem as well. Okay, consume petroleum just a little bit faster. That should allow all the light oil to be made. Oh man, it's so much easier with those trees gone. We just need more fuel refineries and this should be a nice little production chain. Maybe more accumulators as well. I'm a little bit scared about what happens at night. So that's not happy, that's happy, and that's happy. Okay, so just the one, which is liquid rocket fuel, which is being sorted. We can make it sorted a little bit faster in a moment. For now, this will be enough to get off the planet, so... Well, actually... More important right now that we go to Novice. With more fuel refineries, we'll be able to make that trip a lot faster and a lot more often. And more accumulators as well would help. You know what, that was never going to go anywhere either. Planet 304. Oh, we've got 500,000 crude oil, and that should deal with this pretty well. Yeah, it's nice. I'm happy with this ship. Carting around 500,000 crude oil is, well, I mean, that's 20 carriages of train. Pretty nice. No complaints from me in any case. I wonder, does this... Build an empty space, true. But what about the other spaceship stuff? Does that work this way? I'm just curious if you can actually have a space train, like, drive into a ship. Petroleum was very, very low. That is going to be building up very quickly now with a new supply of oil. Do I have the space train stuff here? Probably not. Nah. Well, I can do the research in space. It's okay. You know what? It doesn't need to be 29800. 200,000 will suffice. Beep. Hey Solburn, how you doing? Okay, and that should dump that crude oil off pretty quickly. And then we should be good. And then hopefully other things are going. Oh no, not your ratios. It's the last thing a competent Factorio player wants to worry about is their ratios. I'm not joking, like, I know people do not like their ratios being wrong. Bricks are 2 stone equals 1 brick. I didn't know that, but it seems reasonable. See, here's the thing, I don't know what ratios are like. I just throw things together and hope that they work. Iron and copper is 2. Well, I know iron and copper is that. Iron and copper, I do know that one. I'm not a complete lost cause, I suppose. I've got a dumping box here somewhere. There it is. Wow, there's just a lot of scrap in there, huh? Oh wait, in vanilla it's 1 to 1? Well then okay, no, never mind, I'm back to being a lost cause. I mean, I know in Pi it's like 10 or 20 to 1, which I think is funny. Just make that number just a little bit more painful. Why not? Okay, let's upgrade a bit of this. Turn my bots on. Oops. That's not good. It's 8 to 1 in Pi. Oh, okay. I've only seen like the start of Pi, so... And just like a little bit of what Bold Viking's done. After the start, I don't know anything about Pi. And even that is pushing it, let's be honest. Well, as long as you have more space to spaghetti, that's good. More space to spaghetti is a good time. Less space to spaghetti is bad times. Okay, and dump those. I really hope that this improves red circuits at some point, because red circuits are pretty bad. Huh. So you can't even drive the car using coal. That's disappointing. Alrighty then. Why are blues slow? Blues are slow because green belts are still slow. That is a terrifying situation. I don't want to delete this, I just don't want it here. There we go. It's already in there, I believe. Yeah, it's already in there. And just keep making things blue. If we can make these faster, then we're pretty happy. Okay, that should... What's the point of feeling blue? That's another song with blue being an important word. Interesting, these just aren't producing enough wires? Oh, probably because productivity modules. I mean, I could always put beacons in the middle there, that'll probably do a good job. Let's do that. I know we can get some beacons, he says, flying straight past them. Don't have any of the good beacons. How would you say it? Bacon? Bacon? They're called beacons. Right? Now I think I'm saying it wrong. Oh, okay. Well, that's alright. I'm paranoid. That's not great. It'll improve the situation slightly. Part of the problem now is too slow on these, which we can improve that. Looks like I'd already thought of that before. Pretty funny. Oh god, now I'm afraid of doing that. I just want to make sure that green wires are coming through. No, we don't want to enter that level of optimization again. Never again. I say never again, at least not now. Why are these slow? Just because they're slow. Okay, well... Cool. Thanks. Thanks for your input. Oh, the ship just arrived. Don't know which one, but I'm sure it knows. I'm sure it knows who it is. I hope so. The last thing I want to deal with is ships that don't know who they are. I want all my ships to be confident in who they are. If that's possible. Green circuits 1 to 2 instead of 3 to 2. Okay. Okay. So this looks a little bit more competent with green circuits now. But that means my blue circuits should be happily producing. Look at that. Look at them happily producing. Good job, guys. If I had nice beacons, I'd give them to you. But I don't have nice beacons right now. That's not great for processing units though, is it? I was kind of expecting to have a few more of them. Alright, so what's the next step? I know. I think the next step is go back into space and... How are you guys doing, by the way? Have some fuel. You also need some fuel, because every now and then you'll run out, and I don't want that to happen. Okay, but things are loading up. Yeah, man, it's the red-green train. The best train. It's the one that determines whether the rocket launches or not. I mean, I don't know how best to define that train. Ah, I hate this chair. This chair, I am so looking forward to getting replaced. Ah, in the near future, probably next month. Oh, because it leans back way too far and there's no way to adjust the backrest on it, so it hurts my back. We'll get that sorted. These are going okay, I guess, now. That's nice. Yeah, I saw a nice chair the other day when we were buying furniture for our new place. And I was thinking, oh man, should get that now, but we're actually going to go proper shopping. I bought like a cheap chair from like, there's a place called Warehouse here, which is like a budget, well not budget, but like a Walmart, I guess, if you're American. I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it. Like I don't know chain stores around the world. New Zealand has a huge housing crisis. I mean, sure, everywhere in the world does right now. Like, but thank you. Like, the whole world has got problems. Like, and all built-up cities are kind of struggling with the same thing. But yeah, thank you. I really appreciate it. It's a really nice place, and we're really excited to move into it. And it's really filling me with anxiety because it's like, oh, a house. How the hell do you manage one of those? No, not doing a new job, unless you mean like maintenance for a house. I mean, a new job may happen, but no idea. Not hold my breath on that one. We're not really going too far. We're staying in the same city. It just means that I have to commute a little bit further to work, but that's not, you know, unreasonable. Okay. So what we need now is just more data cards. Handling large houses? What? You mean like factory designs and pretty rubbish? Yeah, okay. The base is an absolute disaster and we all know that. I hope a house wouldn't get so bad because there's not as many conveyor belts in the house. I asked Panda about that. She said no, no conveyor belts in the house. So probably going to be alright on that one. Do we have a ship here? I don't think we... Oh. Oh, okay, I think we've got power problems. No, we don't. So why is that flicking? The accumulator is not less than 50% unless... Oh, maybe that's why I'm having frame issues. It is a latch, it just wasn't latching properly. This got disconnected from the network. Oh, you're right, no, it is not a latch. Sorry, you're quite right. It's not a latch. That's why it flicks really cool. Yeah, you're right. It is just a switch. Just for disco lights. What I'm going to do is speed these up for the moment. And then... Are we still having plastic issues? Seriously? Oh, Tell me we're not having petroleum issues again. We are having petroleum issues. Oh, wait, that Banff was probably a ship leaving. So, where is... Uh... Should have gone by now, buddy. Yeah, I see why we've got issues now. Turn that on, turn that on, and then the ship should leave. Really expected that to go a little bit longer. I like Mighty Panda's emotes. She just emotes. Alright, so I think we've got to go back into space. Well, actually, do we? I don't... You know what? I forgot about that. I probably should have looked into that the other day. Okay, so the Lightbringer is slowly pottering back with empty tanks. Should fill pretty quickly. Out of curiosity, Seren, how much liquid rock fuel does it have? Some. You know what? Njord fared better than you would have thought. I haven't been there since, so you can actually see. It didn't hit here. It did hit over here, and I was like, no, 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 don't do it. So it did destroy my iron mining facilities, which is fine because it was only really for setting up the base. It didn't really do any major damage aside from destroying an iron mine, which that's nothing. That's not really worth being concerned about. Go to me, this is not running full power. And how are we going with our Holmanite? That's Iridium. Iridium's shit right now, we know that. Holmanite is coming through, that is good. Yeah, you know what? I just realized what we actually do need to make more than anything else in the world. So we need to get a ship. One's going to be in space. We also ended up getting the space train back. Like, it did come back eventually. So that was exciting for it. We had to fill it with fuel on the fly. I don't think it's too surprising. It was pretty obvious that's where that one was always going to go. Yeah, so a mistake can come back to novice, should be fine. Okay, anchor on novice. Anchor here-ish, I guess. Yeah, it was always going to miss the... Alright, so let's fill that up, and then we need to start making some new, cool, fancy space shit. Which we should have been making some of it already. If I've done my job correctly. Which I clearly have not. Really? No holmium? No holmium cables? Have we been short on holmium for quite some time or something? What's going on with holmium? I go rocket siege. You know what? I think I know what's going on with holmium. There's a few things that we need to fix. First major thing we need to fix is that we have all these... no, not you. Well, that has a problem, the used up uranium cells, but we have 80 times 5 rocket parts that are just simply not doing anything. So what we could do is bring them in. Hold on. So that'll give us a few more rocket parts at least. I do know we're having some problems with rocket parts right now though, just because of the lack of blues. Vulcanite is okay-ish. But it would be nice to go get more, but I think that's coming soon. I don't think we're too in danger there. Njord. Constructing rocket, sure, it'll do that for a little bit. In fact, if we go and check over... yeah, do we have... looks like holmium was just dropped off anyway, so it should be okay. We probably just need to be crafting more holmium. Where is the slowdown point? Yeah, it seems. Okay. We can beacon that. We've got 4 beacons. Four beacons, not many beacons. That's what we've got though. Oh, you know what? Beacons are going to be terrible for this. We need the really cool ones. We need the chunky lads. Wide area beacons. They need a ton of holmium cables, which kind of chicken and egg situations itself, doesn't it? Like, we can't make more until we have more. I think I was getting very greedy when I was making these. That's iridium, which iridium is also in a terrible state right now. Which we will need to probably go and deal with at some point. Okay, that should be making a lot more holmanite. Yeah, it's just filling up that belt as well, which is good. I'll go for the sand in here. Yeah, it's got plenty of time. Yeah, I think this is now... These hadn't really produced much. They are now going to be producing more, which is very, very good. And you know what? Screw efficiency modules, right? We ran out of those. Okay, let's go grab some of those small things and some more productivity beacons so we can make more Holmanite. And then that should resolve more problems. It's always nice. It's nice to resolve problems for a change, instead of, you know, creating them. I mean, we'll create them too. Let's not beat around the bush. We'll still be me. Oh, did the oil thing come back? No? Why is there so much plastic? Oh, there isn't that much. It's burning through it pretty quickly. These. And those. Great. Make more Holmanite. A good night for Holmanite. Alright. Now, we're going to do a weird upgradey thing here. We're going to go that, to that, and you better believe, no, not that to that. Yeah, it's the new version of Hollow Knight. There's still a lot of bugs in it though. I liked Hollow Knight, that was a good game. I mean, I don't think that's a controversial opinion. I think a lot of people liked Hollow Knight. But it's a Metroidvania, very good. Very good game. I mean, I particularly like Metroidvanias anyway, so... it's full of bugs in the same way that Factorio is full of bugs. That is absolutely true. Victoria's got a big problem with bugs. Always found that. I'd write in to complain, but I don't know if they'd listen to me because I think they'd be like, yeah, it's kind of how the game is designed. I don't know how many people make like funny bug reports though. I feel like that's not a thing people do. Maybe it is. Okay, but Holmanite is doing better. It's still not looking great, but it's looking better. We could also make another wave of this. That might be necessary, I don't know. But all these are going, and that's nice to see. You know, when you increase productivity enough, and it's like now just everything just takes forever, but, you know, everything's being used, you're like, well, that just feels good. Power... kind of low. Interesting. Thought my power requirements would be higher now, but I guess there's a lot of things that are sort of jamming up all over the place. That does make things a bit trickier. What are you lacking? Batteries. That's because we're lacking oil. Speaking of oil, how's this guy going? Uh, 200. Why is that not going? Should be going. Why is it not going? Not feel like it. Oh, because it's going to be tick is equal to 3. I was kind of doing something there, guys, but thanks anyway. Thought I dealt with that one. Okay. Okay, so that should fix itself very soon as well. Holmanite is coming through. Oh, look at it. Delicious. We come here and make some of these cables, which we could just upgrade those. There we go, just upgrade all of it, you know? Don't joke around, just get it done. We don't have time for jokes. That's not true, I've always got time for jokes. One would say that was a joke. Not a funny one. I didn't need the pity ha. Really, Panda? Rude. It was a pity ha and you know it. I did smile though, so thank you. Alright, so we've got our cables coming through. That's really good. We need those cables. The solenoids. That's good, I suppose. I guess we need those solenoids. I'm clearly not as excited about solenoids. Solenoids. You got to avoid the solenoid. I know about that. Here we go, Holmite coming in. That is delicious. Iridium we do need to sort out at some point. I'm just worried because Iridium is so far out there and I'm worried that I'm going to get stuck. Although, is the Iridium ship here? The Iridium ship is here, I just need to modify it so it'll deliver uranium. And that should be delivering a lot of liquid rocket fuel. Sometimes. It gets around to it. Okay, so we did really want to build a lot of stuff with the superconductive cable, but I feel like we haven't actually built superconductive cables. Yeah. So we need like several hundred of them and we haven't built any yet. Hopefully that changes on this launch. But until then... And it looks like this guy's come back, the Lightbringer. Some lights on it. Not what B got wanted, I know, but it's what we've got. Okay. Making lots of rocket fuel. I just love watching trains load and unload. It's so fun. Oh, you know what? That should probably connect to something. Because why not? As I said, it's free oil. Just slows down the pumping right at the end. Disappointing level. Now sulfuric acid's coming through. We are producing these circuits again. I think we can make these in a better way as well. Processing units. I think there's a way you can make them with holmium cables. But they don't take as much anything else. They just take holmium cables. Which I would need to figure out how to get those in here. But then again, everything seems fine enough right now. I just need more big old beacons. Imagine the same way that these were made easier by Beryl. Doesn't make them faster, it just makes them more efficiently. Which is still something, right? Not complaining about efficiency. I've never complained about efficiency, I just won't do anything to make it happen. Efficiency is something that I deserve but not going to work for. I'm going to say that's just laziness, and I'll say, well, yeah, have you seen the stream? Out of curiosity, don't we have like a liquid fuel train somewhere? Don't we? Oh, we did. Rocket fuel. Oh, looks like that's jammed. Okay. That's probably not good. Do we have another train station? We do, and we've got some train... Right, I see what's going on here. Because we expanded this, and then when we expanded that, we didn't count on expanding the circuitry as well. So up that by to 400,000. And you can just keep going on with your life, buddy. Sorry that you got stuck here for so long. That's actually powering the base right now, which is kind of funny. Is it powering the base? Yeah, it is, but the steam's coming in. Okay. We need to figure out how to deal with the uranium on this one. Thankfully, we have this. So we've already built a place for a train stop, which is great. We're going to put just an iron chest, will probably suffice. And uranium will drop. I might not have the stuff I need for this, that's okay. For instance, what I need right now is probably another wooden chest. Thankfully, trees are all around us. Very rare that I say thankfully trees are around, but yeah. Okay. So that's going to unload that, which is very nice. Then we're going to load that into here. In fact, we will put a limiter on that. If it's less than, say, 200, which is still a very large number, let's be honest. And used. And I'm not dealing with that right now because that's the sort of person I am. It was an iron train that just went by. Probably having a good time, I hope. We will need to make sure on the other side that the steam turbine is going to work for it. Yeah, you probably need power, don't you? Alright, so we're going off to... Where are we going? I don't even know Perseus. I just remember this ship is not a fast one. We can go to 45. Don't be afraid. And then once we get iridium sorted on this, then we've got all the main elements sorted. And we can start... How is Beryl going? Beryl is not a problem. Looks like an asteroid hit us, but that's okay. As long as it doesn't hit the nuclear reactor, we're fine. It looks like Beryl may have left a while, not too long ago. Because it looks like... Yeah, Beryl's pretty much just emptying now. We've got tons of Beryl. Like, Beryl doesn't even want to go anywhere right now, so that's good. That's what we want to see. And actually one more thing I want to check right now is how's the spaceship launch going? 88%. It is almost full of all this holmanite. Good to see. And another 9 minutes to go. God, this ship is slow. Oh, the light bringer is just behind us. It has brought light to the people in the form of gasoline. Well, not gasoline, obviously, but oil. You just see the petroleum gas just get consumed, though, can't you? And again, that's what we asked it to do. Saren apparently got power issues. We really need to probably give it some more accumulators at some point. Oh. When did that arrive? I didn't even hear it come in. Uh, like it's powering its own pumps at the moment. But unless day starts to break, that's not going to load it for very long. Yeah, we need more accumulators here. There's no doubt about it. More accumulators, more fuel refineries. As pleased as I am that it's powering itself for the moment, that's just not good enough. Okay, and everything has been powered again, and these are charging back up again. And this is still still hasn't even left the novice system. God, this ship is slow. I mean, it probably isn't too much effort to give it another engine. I am curious to see how much how much fuel I need to go from one star to another. It'd be an interesting amount of fuel and just a lot of things that I would need to consider. Batteries is going to be a problem, because while I could really go nuts on solar power, I think the ship would take forever to go anywhere. Actually, I've got ion engines, don't I? No, I don't have ion engines. Yeah, I do. Ion engines consume 10 megawatts of power. Whew. They do need lots of power for propulsion. 10 megawatts of power, at that point, you're going to need to be actually having a nuclear generator in your ship. It's doable, of course. But yikes. Maybe not yet. I mean, at this point, I'm not even sure why I would need to go to another star. Oh, I never saw where this last one was. Stone circles? It's over here. Number one resource? Stone. I'm pleased by that. So the closest place is Oblongata. Oblongata? I don't know what's going on. Lada? I don't know what's going on there with that word. I don't want to keep saying it, but it fills my mind with terror. I'm glad that building these ships is nothing like Captain Forever. The Captain Forever? Sorry, I'm just wondering about if I got the name of the game right. Captain Forever, let's see. Yeah, where you've actually got to fly the ship manually, and if you've got your engines around the wrong way, if you pressed forward on this, it would just do slow turns. And I'm glad that that's not a thing, because that would be... yikes. That'd be a bit painful. So I'm glad I don't have to worry about that. Now let's check the oil planet. How are we going? Oil is almost full. The thing that's slowing us down is the liquid rocket fuel. See, that's why we've got to get more power and more refineries, because that's not okay. We might even need to get more oil pumps soon. I mean, there are two more very close by. 3 more was actually the correct number. Then I can go over here to get another one. Yeah, I mean, oil is not an issue on that planet. It's just getting it together. And if we're really stuck, excuse me, if we're really stuck, we can start coal mining for it. Yeah, I know, right? It's a moon. It's not a particularly large planet. but it does have very, very high yield of oil, so I'm a pretty big fan of that. After I do this, the next thing I think I do is get Vitamelange, but that might be a thing for Thursday's session. And what do I need to think about with Vitamelange? Just being better at the game. Okay, that's the sort of negativity I don't need in my head. I mean, I'll provide it, but I don't need it. Okay, it should be making these now. Oh, it's made 713 of these. Fantastic. Oh boy, that's so good. Vitamelange is like Dune Melange? I mean, I guess. Like, I mean, okay. You tell me how you'd say it. Tell me if you'd say it the same. Vitamelange. So, the melange is exactly the same, it's just Vitamelange. So, I guess it's just like Spice Melange except more vitality. So, you know, it makes your eyes green, not blue. So it's a bit different. I am, of course, bullshitting there, but, you know, stop me. Out of curiosity, I was just thinking, because if I was going to go to another place, I'd start with here. This does have water, ice, and uranium ore, so this place could probably make its own fuel. What's that bot missing? Storage space. It's here. No, it's on Novice. Oh, that's because the ship, what is it called? I know what's going on with that one. Okay. I'll explain in just a moment. This is the rat. Okay, so the rat's job is to come back and forth with iron and copper. But because of where it lands, like these are drones from space, and so when it launches, while they're still taking things off it, they get stuck with it and they don't know where to go. So they'll stay there until the ship goes back into space, and then they'll continue their regular lifestyles. It's kind of a broken thing. It happens all the time. These flamethrowers are killing a lot of things, and I'm glad for them. Every now and then I think they try to colonize a base over there, and the cannon just goes, nope. I think these guys are trying to actually make a base. It's pretty funny. Okay, so until we make rocket fuel faster, this will always be delayed. That's not good. That's not good in the slightest. Okay, I've not considered how I was going to get the fuel out again. This will be fine. Okay. Right. Why the hell am I using space belts for that? Some questions we'll never really have the answer for, will we? Okay. Oh, I also want to make sure this ship does not leave without me. They're way pricey than blue belts, yeah. But they're more awkward. Like, yeah, it's just, I'm not sure. I think what happens, they may have come here when I didn't have the other things, and then I just went, meh. It does sound like the sort of thing I would decide I didn't care about any, like midway through, when I really should have just kept going. You know what? I don't care about this coal miner. I really don't. Yes, I do. I do care about the coal miner. Can we just move it to the side, though? We can. Not easily, though. We can do it there. Okay. Now we've got a little bit more room to work with. Oh, you don't feel like working today? Maybe there's no power, that's the problem. No. Just doesn't work. Is it just moving really slowly? Is that what's happening? It's just moving very slowly. Okay. That sort of makes sense. Because this place does not get as much power as the other planets because it's further out. Okay, there we go. That should fix the power issues. Cool. Now, the next step is getting rid of the... That's got to be regular uranium. Okay. Okay, and that'll get rid of the regular old uranium. And if we had some white underground belts, I'd be very pleased, but I don't see those. Eh. At least not in a way that we can use them. I do see some, but I actually need them to be where they are. It needs to be white to white. It's not like pipes. We can go space pipe to regular pipe. Okay, but the important thing is this ship should bring the power it needs now. Now, at one point I really want to upgrade this to be able to also take core fragments, but we haven't really dealt with that yet. That's another day's job, I think. And I increase the speed of these. Yeah, I believe I can. There we go, that should pick them up a little bit faster. Oh, let's go a little bit faster. Ooh, that feels better. Now if we can get all the way down to here, I'll be super happy. I'm super happy. All I wanted to do. I mean, if I get a little bit further along, that'd be even better, but I think we might be pushing our luck at that point. That's going to take a little while to load, but at the same time, I don't want to be here forever, so we are going to fly to Novice, and it can sort its shit out later. Because I'm not wasting my time, and yours, by extension. What? Yeah, well, I don't want to do that. Well, I didn't want to. I'm sorry. My wife is saying that I wasted her time, but that's what she gets for being married to me. That's her fault. Called victim blaming. Now batteries are a little scary, as I don't really have much of a plan to Yeah, power could be an issue here. Because I forgot that this also probably needed to connect to... Does it not? Does it not connect to it? Should. Oh, you know what? It's off center by 1, that's why. Okay. Well, if my ship gets stuck in space, then we know what the issue is. And at least it's the slowest ship they've got in their fleet, so... look, if the ship gets stuck, there'll be ways to move it along. It'll be alright. We can just pick this stuff up and we'll be fine. It is the slowest ship in my fleet, though. Oh, the Lightbringer's returning. The Lightbringer's about the same speed. The Lightbringer doesn't have as far to go, so it's not really that big a deal. It's only got to go from, like, Novice to its nearest moon, which is a pretty quick journey. And then it lands, and then its oil gets taken out. As quickly as you like. I'm expecting that number to start rising pretty quickly. Right now it's not really rising, it's actually still sort of falling. There it goes. Oh wow, when it starts raising, it's not kidding. It's not joking around, that number's going up. And it's not even seeing its full numbers yet. Power 2,953 steam remains. I think we'll be okay though. I hope so in any case. We are almost past the asteroid belt. Have a look at the asteroid belt while we're here. Nice. And how's the oil, the iron going? Iron is pretty full. Looks like it has been hit by an asteroid, so that's nice. Life goals, really, if you ask me. My life goal is to not be hit by an asteroid. Some would say it's a pretty simple life goal, and I would tend to agree. Okay, so you know what we're going to do? We're going to start thinking about space travel. Not space travel. We're going to start thinking about space travel, guys. It's going to be a new thing. Okay, we need energy beam chambers. We need energy beam injectors. We need energy beam receivers. I think that's everything we need. Let's see. Oh, it's going to Kunkri next. Do we even have anything on Kunkri? No. I have nothing on Kunkri. I don't care. Alright, so. Let's go back to reading this. Nope, 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 nope. Energy beam emitter has 4 connection points where energy beam chambers can connect end on. Energy beam chambers can connect lengthways, not directly side to side. Energy beam injectors attached to the side. I have no idea what I'm reading there. Well, the emitter seems like a one-off thing. Must be connected to an energy beam chamber and connected to an emitter. So... Look, I think I need to start just building these and seeing what it looks like. So while we're doing that, we can probably just go to orbit and start producing these. How many of those? I think we just want one of these. I think one energy beam emitter should be enough. And the idea is we're going to build a lot of solar panels and we're going to go over to the sun and just build a lot of solar panels. We're going to also need to do that for, I think, some researchers. So I don't know if we have a ship for that or how we're going to do that as a long-term thing. Haven't figured that part out yet. We have a slight problem in that there is no room for more stuff. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to figure that one out in a moment as well. Actually, we can figure that one out now. Oh, that's actually gonna be a bigger problem than I thought. Well, a warehouse is easy to make, right? I think we want to do another one of these. Okay, we've got 3 warehouses. That's good. We need a passive provider warehouse now. Which the only problem with that is the warehouse itself, which we have. There's no room for it though. Crud. Okay, we will... cancel that, get those built there. Then we need to make more land. Okay, and that should make it when we have advanced circuits, which we apparently don't have anymore. Neat. The advanced circuits have already been consumed by the data cards that we always need. The data cards themselves shall consume us. So by that logic, we shouldn't be needing any more sciences. That should all be jammed up. But what are we doing with these data cards? Probably material sciences. Yeah, material sciences. That's fine. Oh, hey. We got stuck in space. We saw that coming a mile away, though, let's be honest. Like, we all saw that I was going to get stuck in space. It's going to be a bit of a slow journey, but we'll make it. Okay, I stopped paying attention to this, so hopefully I haven't made more of these. No, we ran out of iron girders, or heavy girders, which doesn't surprise me because that's what this ship was bringing back. Okay. And I think when the big mistake comes back, I think that's going to be it for me today, but that's still going to be a little while away. So, that's fine. Meow. Hey, Veldek, how you doing? Good to see you. Okay, we need energy beam chambers. How many of these do we need? I don't know, some? Apparently girders. Yeah, you're right on time for me to be ending the stream, exactly, but there's a little while to go. We are getting closer and closer to making your... Well, next session we're probably going to be putting your name in the base. So, that's exciting, right? I think that's exciting. That's alright. No worries. I've seen you around other streams, you hussy. I've seen you. Hey, Tesla ammo is so fun. I love Tesla ammo. Also, sorry I called you a hussy. Really not sure if this ship... I think I need to just expand the ship out like a little bit, but if I do that, what I'm worried about... Yeah, I've noticed that. Like every Factorio stream I seem to go into, it's like I see a comment from you, I'm like, ah! Veldek's here as well! Usually I lurk, so usually I see you and I'm like, I don't say anything. I just quietly seethe. I am kidding. Alright, this ship is an absolute disaster. And unless I get it... Well... Doesn't matter with the flat solar panel. You know what? It would have problems at night which does happen to it at times. But hell, that might be a more reliable way of flying it. Like, as long as it's on the system. Exactly, I see. Night in space. Night in space is not the problem. The problem is here, which is sometimes nighttime. That's when the problem arises. What's this? Oh, that's right, didn't save properly. That's a shame. Get out and push. I tried pushing, it doesn't work. I was very distressed to find that out the hard way. Do we have any accumulators? We don't. Put a light in there, yeah, exactly. The ship has no power. Let's just put more lights in it just to struggle a little bit more. Oh, we've got 3 ships in space right now. The Panda Express, going to the asteroid belt, the Lightbringer, gonna go get some more oil. Which I still need to fix that planet. That planet is still problematic. Out of curiosity. Oh, danger zones. Hell yeah, danger zones. I don't really know where we're going to get Vita Melange from. Oh, we've landed. Huzzah! We are on nice flat ground again.
Butt kicking, for goodness!
Hey, thank you for following, Master Pit. Really appreciate it. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Kick button, all that. Alright, so with that, we should have the 3 of the 4 resources we need. So that is good. '07, friend. '07. That was my favorite part. I didn't really like playing EVE Online that much. My favorite part was everyone just greeting each other with '07. Like, just why was it a military thing? Why are we all just like to each other? We were gosh darn miners. We weren't pirates. We weren't a military. Who the hell did we think we were? It took so long to learn, like, figure out what '07 meant, and inevitably you always have to ask, what does '07, like, 07 mean? And I was like, it's a salute. It's like, oh, okay. And I think you can learn a lot about a game by how everyone greets each other. You know, some games you say '07, some it's O dash, some it's bracket less than 3, some it's just teabagging them. That's a different game, obviously. But, you know, when someone dies, you absolutely '07. I think we just yeah, F is now what you do because of Call of Duty's weird F in chat. Oh no, I think I made a mistake. How many of these emitters have I just made? None. How many of these have I just made? None. Right, because I had no girders. I remember that now. I remember the issue. We have no bloody girders. We'll get girders soon though. Okay. So, next session what we're going to do is we're going to fly me to the sun and let me play among the stars, specifically the sun, because it is a star. In other words, we're going to the sun. We haven't gone to the sun yet, so that should be fun. I am Bender, please insert girder. Yes! Couldn't he only, like, originally bend girders to a very specific degrees as well? And all he wanted to do one day was just bend something that, like, a different... Like, this is episode 1 shit. It's like, I just want to bend a girder, like, a different number of degrees. No, he wanted to bend something that wasn't a girder. I knew it was something stupid. And then he bent like prison bars because, you know, bender gonna bender. Oops, shit. I picked up crushed barrel. Don't want crushed barrel. Okay. Alright, well we are done for today, I'm afraid. But thank you everyone very much for watching. If you've enjoyed today and this is your first time here, please do consider following. I would really appreciate it. I will next be playing, what day is today? Sunday? Oh wait, it's Sunday. Tomorrow is the day I play. Wait, is it Sunday today? I don't know what day it is. It is Sunday, so I'll be playing tomorrow. Hell yeah. Well, tomorrow we're going to the sun. Yeah. I've lost all track of time in this lockdown and Christmas period. Don't judge. The hell is going on here? Okay. So yeah. Well, if you've enjoyed and it's not your first time, I mean, thanks for being here. You're allowed to just be here and I appreciate it. Thank you. Damn right. If you've enjoyed this so much that you want to subscribe or donate, absolutely feel like you can. I'm not going to stop you, but don't feel like you have to because I'm going to keep playing Factorio regardless. You can't stop me. I'm unstoppable. Unless my wife says I'm not allowed to, in which case I'm quite stoppable. But she's cool that way. I'm gonna get. I can't see her right now because there's a box in the way, but I fear the look. If you want to go back and watch old episodes of this, you can find them at youtube.com/SeiferKatt. That's where I post all these old episodes. So you can just go back and watch the start. Just watch from beginning to the end. It's hundreds of, like 100 hours, but you could do that if you wanted to. You got like a train commute that lasts an hour every day. Man, you could watch it like an hour, like 2 hours backwards and forwards. You'd get there eventually, probably. Who knows? I don't know why you'd want to do that, but you absolutely can. Other things, I do also have a Discord channel that you can join. It's a very quiet Discord channel, but, you know, you're welcome to be there. It's the best way to get in contact with me outside of the stream. And post, you know, memes, or just anything else you want to post. You know, it's a chill group. And with that, I am done for today, so thank you very much again for watching, and I'll hopefully see you tomorrow, or I'll see you next time we just happen to be in the same place together. Take care, everyone.